No, I think I was bogged down in the ideas of um, the difference between the kind of self-interest commerce, as this guy likes to call it, and the
Mm.
disinterest commerce. But yeah, it's very much this book uh is caught in that kind of liberal mentality because
Mm.
I think he's not really going out much from the capitalist system because the whole point of this book is the idea of, well, hey, we have these market forces. This Brooklyn baker that espouses that he's a disinterested, loves to bake, suddenly he's making all of this money. Why is that the case? And I think you raise a very good point that maybe should be added to this kind of idea is that he is looking at it from a very utopian way, in the sense of definitely what he focuses on the book is well, you know, you have an artist that's painting in their studio. You have a baker that's baking their bread. It's all very artisan, or at least very lovely and fluffy professions. Like he
Yeah.
never actually goes into the a factory worker and that sort of thing. And maybe to kind of use his framing to what you were kind of saying before, maybe this can be adjusted to a more working people idea. And what you were kind of saying before is people could end up working towards the disinterested commerce, or work towards their passion by almost basically dividing up, what is their work and what is their passion. And
Mm.
what I want to discuss is the idea of what you were saying before, like almost using that kind of alienation to your advantage. And there's a term that a lot of people use nowadays. I think it's called quietly quitting. So
Okay.
it's the idea of um, a lot of businesses, like, yes, you do a 9 to 5, but there's a lot of different parts to you working within the working day, that there's a lot of extra parts. So you setting up meetings and kind of going the extra mile in order to help out your work. Like, it's technically not in your job description,
Yeah.
but there's all these extra things that you have to do in
Mm.
order to get the job done. So
Mm.
what quietly quitting is, hey, my job description is points 1 to 10. I'm only going to stick with that. If there's anything outside of that, um I'll probably try and bat that off to somebody else,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to do anything else apart from that. And the other point to kind of consider to maybe this discussion is the idea of a side hustle. So, obviously you have your 9 to 5, and where you're passionate is in your side hustle. So the thing that, whether that's creating I don't know, wood in a shop, or whether it's doing a podcast like something like this,
Yeah. Yeah.
and where you kind of put all of your disinterest or all of your energy in is that kind of side hustle, and you kind of put that sort of minimal effort into your actual 9 to 5.
Mm.
Now,
Mm.
again, this probably might go into what you were saying before. Maybe that's a byproduct of being in a capitalist society, and really, at the end of the day, you should be doing what you're passionate about anyway,
Mm.
rather than you being alienated from your work.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe that's a criticism of this guy's take, is that maybe he comes from a scenario where him having this very utopic idea of, artisans baking their bread and or painting on a canvas is very removed from the world.